that they're gonna make the example out of is more than likely the person that hasn't done anything. That's how it always happens.
I gotta agree with you on that one. That's the problem where, okay, we see that the wrong has happened,
right?
But there's no consequences.
There's no consequences.
Now, if we do it, we'd be up under the jail.
Yeah.
So. Right. That's where the issue comes in, is that there's no consequences for it.
Yeah. Exactly.
But on the flip side of that, I have an issue with, like you said, a couple years back, they were killing us left and right. I wouldn't look this shit up. There was literally 27 murders by cops in that 1 year.
Yeah.
It was 27.
It was fucked up.
But the problem is though that that same year there was over 800 murders in Chicago alone.
Right.
Not nationwide, Chicago alone.
There was 800 murders?
Yeah, bro.
In 2016, there was over 800 murders. In 2017, there was over 600 murders.
I think they're at seven.
Well, at least they're trending down, I guess.
No, I think they're at 7+ right now.
What, a couple...
Like now.
I think last year there was, over 79 murders in one weekend.
Yeah.
It's slowing down, yeah, true enough, but at the same time, it's still fucking bad.
It is.
So I'm like, what are you more concerned about? 27 murders by officers that were questionable, or 800 and some odd murders in one area of Chicago?
They're both pretty bad. I think what speaks as far as to law enforcement is not their, you could talk about, all the murders in Chicago, but that's by misguided citizens. They didn't take an oath to serve and protect.
That's true. I mean, that's another part of it. Yeah, they are.
Not to say that, not to dismiss it. I agree. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
But
there's always going to be evil in every type of. I'm sure there's, and this is just some real shit. I'm sure there's dentists out there when they put fucking people under.
Yeah, they do some fucking them.
They do some freaky shit to them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So they just ain't getting caught. In every profession, there's some fucked up evil people, man, and it's just
that's true.
It's just the world we live in, man. It's really the world we live in, and it's fucked up.
No, that's cool.
We got shift gears a little bit.
Epstein, man.
Fuck.
I don't know if I want to touch this.
Yeah, man. The nigga dead.
I'm cheating like a Cheshire cat.
The nigga dead. I mean,
yeah, I'm glad.
Okay,
under mysterious circumstances.
Do y'all really believe he committed suicide?
I don't know.
I mean, I think
he was holding some really big gems.
Hey, man, he had some dirt on some powerful people, man. And that's, I mean, that shit, that's like the end of The Godfather.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? People just start.
Killed him, but
right.
I think they gave him the breadcrumbs to off himself.
Okay, here's the thing. He was already on suicide watch from one suicide attempt.
Yeah, I know.
I used to work in that field. I know when you go on suicide watch, they literally give you a mat. You wrap it around yourself. It's not string. It's literally Velcro. You wrap that around yourself. You get no pillowcase, no blanket. You literally have nothing in your cell. It's just a hard ass bench. And that's it. There's nothing for you to hang yourself with.
Yeah, Mom said they were supposed to, was it every 30 minutes or every 3 to 4 minutes?
30.
No, you gotta do when you're on suicide watch, they do a suicide check every 10 minutes.
But in the news, it said they were supposed to do it every 30 minutes.
They might have different things. Because they have to do a regular sweep
every 30 minutes.
Every hour. But when you're on suicide watch, they're supposed to do it every 10 minutes. I think the dude
didn't check on them for like an hour and some minutes, and that's when it happened.
But that's what I'm saying. I get what you're saying about the breadcrumbs. Like, whatever sheet he had, like, they went on ahead and put it in there. Like you need to go ahead and handle this, right?
Handle this, because that's what it's going to be.
That's almost the same thing as killing him.
Yeah, I agree.
So
I wasn't too sure.
I'm cold. Give me.
I don't want to. Whoever did it had it done. I don't know. It is what it is.
You don't want to touch it, do you? Go ahead.
Well, it's not even that.
I know who did it.
That's the thing. No, that's the thing. See, people want to sit here and act like it's easy because you know who they are. As far as like the Clintons are concerned, you know who they are, so it's easy to say, okay, they did it, right, or they had something to do with it. But those people work in like a group. There's a thing that just came out on stream called The Family.
Somebody was telling me about.
You gotta watch this shit, man.
On Netflix?
Yes.
Somebody
it's on
just
Netflix?
told me.
Yes.
It's a documentary, or
it's like a documentary, but they like It's a documentary. It's like a docu-series. Yeah.
Somebody just told me yesterday.
Yeah, you have to watch this shit because it shows you that that group mentality. I'm not say group mentality because that's all encompassing. Like everybody falls in group mentality. Humans are pack animals.
Right.
No way to get around that. But in this particular case, I'm talking about a group power mentality. Like Epstein knew some shit about a lot of people with that paper. Mm-hmm. And as soon as he got pitched, I'm pretty sure the hairs on the back of their head started standing up and it was just like, sorry, bro, but you gotta go.
Yeah.
And I don't think it was just the Clintons that had something to do with that. I think it was just like they just the most recognizable figures.
I'm catching on to this at the tail end.
I don't believe the Clintons are involved in any way, shape, or form. Please don't audit harass.
Well, that's what they're trying to sell. They're trying to sell but I don't think it's just them. If it's them at all.
Did they have anything to do with him getting caught, or he just happened to get caught?
He got caught.
The aftermath of it.
See, that's the thing with Donald Trump. Is Donald Trump, and that's why, like, it ain't just people of color or downtrodden people or what you call SJW, whatever. It's not just them that don't like this dude. He's ruffling the feathers of the people who are powerful, got a lot of money, but like to stay in the shadows and dip their hand in shit. See, now that Donald Trump is, the president and he likes to talk a lot of shit and he's a sensationalist, he brings a lot of attention on himself, the people around him who dealt with him are starting to catch the brunt of this shit. Epstein. Like he tried to play it off like, we weren't that cool, but then you got him in videos and they friends. So they like, we can't get him, so we're gonna start looking at this dude. Mm-hmm. Oh, his businesses is looking kind of shady. Then you find out he got a whole island and shit. You know what I'm saying?
They're trying to connect. They're starting to connect the dots to Donald Trump. We're gonna take this.
And that's not to say that Donald Trump had anything to do with what he had going on. Probably not. I mean, Donald Trump probably like I'm just saying, Donald Trump to me, he's like, I'm not gonna sit here and blame everything on. I ain't doing that. I'm not a Trump fan. I'm not. I never have been. Never will be. But I'll say this. He's bringing a lot of attention to a lot of powerful people, and they don't like that shit because they like remaining in the shadows. They like that shit. Yeah. They like that shit. They don't want their shit known. And now that as soon as old boy got caught, they was like, what? Oh, well, no, we can't, because as soon as you start talking about life in prison, you're gonna start saying all kinds of shit. So
because he lived luxurious,
they had to take him off of here.
Does he have an insurance policy?
What you mean, like something hidden away that says this is all the people who came to Whore Island or underage Whore Island?
Right.
Yeah, probably.
If
so,
it would have come out.
If I was doing something like that, I'd have a holy grail just be like.
Yeah, I'm sure. The thing is that thing is they could probably find that and get rid of it. You're dealing with principalities of power. That ain't got shit to do with race. That got everything to do with maintaining power.
Kind of told me about it, and they were saying he had princes and everything.
Oh yeah, all kinds of folks,
senators, politicians, dignitaries, foreign dignitaries. He had everybody literally around him. He was heavily involved and very deep.
And this right here is the danger of politics.
He had already been pinched for this once before, down in Miami. He got pinched for this once before. They let him out with probation. I think he served maybe 3 months, and they was like, okay, we'll let it go.
This time it was too much.
And keep in mind, this was a billionaire, and they wouldn't even give him bail.
Nope, because he's a flight risk.
They considered him a flight risk.
Yeah, he's gonna be
gone. I'm not gonna front. I'd have been gone.
Yeah, I'd have been gone. We all would have been gone.
What was it this time that really got him instead of just a pinch?
The evidence was way too.
Well, once they want to get you, they gonna get you.
Okay, because I was thinking, is it this investigate time where you're dealing with the Me Too thing and everybody? It's just.
I don't know about that.
You know.
I just think right now we're coming into an election year. If they can tie any scandal to anybody, they will. So if they can smear your name and say, "Here's a picture of Trump with Epstein, the child trafficker."
Plus, I feel like Me Too is kind of like overkill. It's like. It's not this many people being like raped. You know what I'm saying? Like I take rape very seriously. Yeah. So when you say that, okay, well, let's go to the police. Well, I don't think that we should take it that far. Okay, then you weren't raped.
Fuck me too.
I just think it's so
That's how I feel about it.
things when you really get into
Me too.
that it's just like you can't use that for a fact. You can't come back 20 years later and like he did it right.
Henry Kavanaugh?
Henry
Supreme Court
Cavill.
Justice?
Oh, talking about Henry Kavanaugh.
27 years later, you come back talking about
Kavanaugh.
He dry humped me at a party one time.
30 years ago.
I mean, they came with
Prove it, bitch.
They came with Bill Cosby could barely walk and see.
You
what
came
the fuck?
Bill Cosby 3 decades later. Or what is it? 4 decades later. I'm sorry.
On something that's already been litigated.
That was already litigated and thrown out. These shits were already, the statute of limitations had already passed a majority of his cases. His shit was done. They got him on 1. There was only 2 that were within the statute of limitations. 1 they threw out in 6 minutes. The other one is the one that he's serving time on. That was the one they got him on. Bro. The other ones they brought in just as evidence.
Circumstantial.
That's it. Just to be like, he's got a pattern, see?
Yeah.
It was all fucked. Shit. It was fucked. They had nothing to go on. Bill shouldn't be in prison.
You know what? For me, it sucks because I'm a woman. But at the same time, you don't just end somebody's career when you know that you have had a hand in what happened.
Right.
Yeah.
If you knew this happened to you 40 years ago, why didn't you speak up 40? And I understand he was at the height of his popularity.
Yeah, but that you can't sell me that shit with Bill Cosby because
you going to somebody's house late at night, you're drinking, some things.
It was going to hotel rooms to party.
That's like Tyson should have never went to jail. Pac should have never went to jail. When you coming up at 3:00 in the morning to somebody's hotel room,
especially in Mike's case, because her parents sent her there.
Well, yeah, even Tupac, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
She came up with 2 chicks. The other 2 chicks left her. Mm-hmm. Come on now, really?
Yeah. Everybody knew what it was.
You come anywhere
but
near
R.
me.
Kelly did that shit.
You come, damn nigga.
I mean, that's on videotape, and that's statutory rape. That's not the same as rape.
But I'm just saying that nigga did that shit. That nigga needs to be in jail.
Damn. Booty call hours are between 10:30 a.m. 4:30 a.m. 10:30 p.m. 10:30 p.m. 4:30 a.m.
Listen, if you take pussy, you a bad dude.
You are, absolutely.
And if you accuse somebody of taking pussy and they did it, then fuck you.
Yeah.
But if you come anywhere near me at 3 a.m., ain't nothing on the menu but dick.
That's it.
I ain't got
I'm all out of
you.
bubble gum.
Nope. I don't chew
got
that
none
shit.
of that.
I'm
not gonna say all that. I'm just saying.
I will.
I mean, if you take pussy, then you're a piece of shit, and I hope your dick gets caught in the motherfucking window.
But they saw it as a payday, and they try to. And I hate when they try to put the blame on men. Like, oh well, you should have known. You should have known better. You should have been more careful.
The fuck, I'm supposed to know better not to get falsely accused of rape. That doesn't make any sense.
None at all.
How the fuck I'm supposed to know better than to get false? I have nothing to do with that. I don't fucking have anything to do with somebody falsely accusing me.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to live my fucking life. But anyway.
Happier topics, man. It's back to school time.
Good.
Parents got their kids out the house. Moms can fuck during the day again.
I thought we said happy times.
It is. Kids out the fucking house.
And do you know how quiet it has been in my house? I work 3rd shift.
It's quiet. When she get home.
It's quiet in my house every day. That's what's up.
I'm not even going to say.
Even if you're not doing that, the fact that you could just walk around your house in the nude and not have no issue, you don't got to worry about.
I do that anyway.
Walk around in the nude
every day.
Well, see, you guys have no kids.
Awesome.
Condoms cost 99 cents.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Plan B's $50.
Wow, what's that?
Nah, I ain't want to talk about it, bro.
All right, that's what it do.
Yeah.
You sure you don't want to talk about it?
Somebody got kicked out of school.
You got
already?
a microphone in front of your face.
It's only August.
Day.
3rd day.
Third day he got kicked out of school.
But so yes.
You gotta give a cigarette break ass open on that.
So yes. Now we're gonna do something different because now tell me what y'all think about this. I know the boy is a disrespectful little ass. Mm-hmm. He can be, but the teacher called him to his face ignorant 4 times.
Was he being ignorant?
So?
But no, he to a 12-year-old kid, he don't tell a 12, you're the most ignorant kid I've ever met.
Our football coach told us we were
our football
So what precipitated to make the teacher call him that?
I mean, just talking back and not doing what he was supposed to do.
Because you know what?
But he was being he was being disrespectful. I say that. You know?
So then I don't know that I would.
I guess you had to be. It was his demeanor.
Okay.
And then he's gonna say, well, I'm an established this and that, and I don't need to be taught that way. Bro, you're a teacher in 2019. Kids gonna fucking cut you out. Yeah. Kids gonna talk shit to you, whatever.
That's some bullshit.
Yeah, but that's not okay, though.
It's not okay.
Acceptable.
It's not okay.
My son knows when you leave the house, you represent me. Mm-hmm. If you go out somewhere and you embarrass me, I'm gonna knock holy hell out your ass. Mm-hmm. Like I'm about to whip your ass like you grown as hell. I don't play.
Wherever you fuck up at is where you get fucked up at.
My kids know. My kids act up more with me than they do with other people because they know. Again, when you go out, you represent me. And especially as a young man, I try to teach them, especially right now in today's climate, don't make yourself an easy target.
No, that's what you're doing. But I don't know. We put them out. We're gonna try this other situation. So
what, alternative school or something?
This inline, it's like online schooling. Oh. Yeah. So we're gonna try that.
I had a couple kids when I was social worker that went through that.
Oh no,
Some
man.
did really well. Some.
Yeah.
But this is the thing, though. When you take them out of school, in school is when you first work on your socialization skills.
Yep. That's true.
So by having him at home, he's not socializing. What happens when he gets done with school? You know, you're gonna go to a job where you're gonna run into a lot of those same issues.
Has he had his ass whooped yet? And I don't mean like a spanking. I mean if somebody tore off and whooped his ass.
I'll put them
no, not you. I meant like another citizen.
Like make your shoulders touch?
No, I'm talking about like a fist. Somebody beat his ass, like a fist fight, like a playground fight.
Kid.
Because see, that changes people.
Yeah, it did.
Get your ass whooped. I got my ass whooped. What year was that? I was in 7th grade. I got my ass whooped, and that changed some shit. I mean, I wasn't that far stand out fucked up, but at the same time, it taught me, okay, I need to keep my head on a swivel. It taught me that much. I need to pay attention to my surroundings.
Grade. And you know how I get my ass whooped in 7th grade too.
Well, you got bullied. That's different.
And then it was on from there, nigga. I'm smoking. Nigga,
I wasn't getting bullied. I just got my ass whooped.
Punishment, getting his ass kicked. Like, have you?
Oh,
no, I just noticed that people who haven't never gotten their ass whooped think that they words is just going, I can say whatever I want, and I can be an asshole. Yeah, believe that if you want to, but there's people out here who don't give a fuck about what you saying, and it's just gonna fuck you up.
He's gonna learn the hard way one time.
And I would rather him learn that lesson at home than go out in the streets, because the streets ain't gonna play with your ass.
If you don't get it in school.
Right.
It's scary because you're gonna end up getting it in jail.
No,
and it doesn't grow from there.
Either you get fucked up at home,
or the streets fuck you up.
The streets is gonna fuck you up.
And that's what I
understand what you're saying, but
like I said, it's gonna be a long road.
God damn! I mean, the third day, yo.
Yeah, bro.
Third day he got suspended.
I'm praying for you.
Right, he got kicked out of school. Or suspended, or what's the deal?
We basically just pulled him.
Oh,
because this is ongoing.
He's in high school, right?
No, 12 years old.
Oh, he's 12. Okay.
Could you just try a different classroom, different teacher, and start it over?
Because sometimes it is the teacher. You have to understand that.
I mean, it's a, and then we looked the school up, bro. So we
worst in the nation.
So in Indiana, the state of Indiana,
where does it rank?
There's 30 schools worse than that one.
Only 30 out of the whole state?
Out of the whole state.
Damn.
Their success rate of graduation is over
a lot.
Is less than 50%. I had to think about that for a
second.
So consider trying a different school. Maybe it's just they're not peaking this out there.
Or is there something?
This motherfucker is bad.
No, the thing is there something deeper that needs to be?
We've done therapy, and we're gonna get back into all that.
Right, because it doesn't. I mean, I'm not.
There's some mental stuff.
Okay.
How do I say this? It's a lot of people believe that kids should be medicated, but is that something maybe?
I mean,
sometimes even CBD oils and things like that help. No, I mean,
no, she sells shit.
CBD, my wife sells CBD, and she's like
rub them down, rub them down with CBD oil.
But no, so when it comes to medication, there's this thing now where you can take a DNA test, and you can see what medicines work within your body, and all the medicines were in the red for him.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. Damn. So they won't. the medicines won't react properly.
Right.
So, was a belt on that list?
No, because at this point, it may be at this point, because if he been getting beat down and ain't doing nothing, that's not.
See, that's
you have to look at it a different way.
Has he been getting his ass kicked at home?
He basically said that.
Okay.
Well, then that's not the way to go.
Yeah.
That ain't gonna work.
He needs extensive.
You don't give a fuck about that belt.
He can be a good kid. He really can, and he's smart. It's just something's just amiss with.
Sounds like some emotional issues.
Yeah, you got some trauma.
It's a chemical imbalance somewhere. And a lot of that, people don't understand, some of that is even in the food you eat and things like that. So you got to really go through, that's what I'm saying, you got to really go through and talk to somebody who can really break everything down.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, back to school time, like I said.
Yeah.
And then, I want to ask y'all, both y'all parents, did y'all look at the back to school shopping list for your kids? Like,
I love mine.
You loved it?
Yes, because
this school had 7 things on their back to school. 7 things.
That's all they needed.
That's all they needed.
Okay.
Mine wasn't bad either.
Should have told me something right there.
No.
That school's seriously underfunded.
Well, they don't really unless you're doing like a high. Unless you're doing advanced mathematics, they usually don't have you use calculators.
I like the school system up here. Not to say better than home, but like I don't have to worry about paying for lunch. My son wears a uniform. And the school list was not extensive. Like, I think we needed, which I hate doing, tissues, antibacterial hand stuff, and Clorox wipes, Ziploc bags. But other than that, I think it was only like 5 other things.
See, that's perfect. Exactly. Everything you just said. I got a theory. I think the schools in this city are cooking meth. And they using the kids for that shit.
I was just about to say killing people and bagging drugs.
I can explain. Listen.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Listen to the list.
That's a drug dealer.
Everything she just said is like Clorox wipes, plastic bags,
I feel you,
glue, but specifically glue sticks, not glue. These motherfuckers literally asked for everything except Sudafed.
You know what?
They literally 52 boxes of tissue and crayons to melt down the wax. I think these schools is cooking meth.
Whatever,
I'm gonna tell you what made me mad.
The fuck ever, dude.
You got moms out. Hold on, I'm sorry, cut you off. But you got moms out here fucking for school supplies and uniforms.
That makes more sense than what you just said.
Well, that too. Just send these kids to school to cook meth. They got these. That's their PE. They cooking meth.
For uniforms and school supplies?
You'd be surprised.
Shit.
You'd be surprised.
It's back to school time.
Yeah, it's back to school time. And
you can't buy school clothes with food stamps.
If you don't buy your kids a size older so they can, at least if nothing else, start out in what they had last year. Let me tell you. So I bought my son his uniforms for this year. You know, I bought him like 4 shirts and about 5 pairs of pants. I get home on the first day of school. This nut, like my son does things, and I just like, why, Shine? I get home, he has on a pair of pants from last year. Just ankles all out. I said, Shine, them ain't the new pants I bought. She's like, nah. Go change them pants. So he run home, change pants. We at the bus stop at this point. He runs home and changes his pants. So he get back to the bus stop. I'm looking at the shirt. The shirt look kind of dingy. So you don't put on now listen.
New pants.
This is this is beginning of the school year. So at this point, if you haven't, I'm the last minute person. Last minute school shopping, last minute Christmas shopping. So if you have not started earlier buying those things, doing all that at one time can be kind of expensive.
A little overwhelming.
So you mean to tell me I done spend money that I could have spent on something else buying you uniforms and you ain't put it on? I could have strangled him if the white people wouldn't have called the police on me. Okay?
See?
Ain't nobody gonna call the police on you.
See,
nobody give a fuck about what happens to little black kids.
You'd be surprised. You would be very surprised.
What you just said.
Oh, shit.
You said, I was just stressed out last minute shopper, buying these clothes, getting this boy together for school, and I could have spent that money on something else because he wanted to wear his old shit anyway. It's a whole bunch of single moms who don't work who was thinking, I'm gonna have to fuck Tyrone for these school uniforms, for these new Jordans.
Listen.
And this school.
You know,
maybe need crayons.
Probably,
I don't know that kind of life.
I don't know.
I'm a how I live kind of person. If it needs to be done, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make it happen, capping on my ship.
That's what's up. Anything else? I gotta go. I got more, but we gotta go into the topic.
No, what else you got?
Nah, I got more just random ass shit, but it's not really important.
None of this shit is important.
No, wait.
I want to talk. Hold on.
Go ahead.
What's that? The Satoya Brown, the murdering prostitute bitch.
They let her off.
Yeah, she get off. You know she married. She married the motherfucker from Pretty Ricky.
Who are you talking about?
I don't even know who you're talking about. So.
Okay, the chick who was the prostitute, she murdered her John, shot him in the head while he was sleeping.
Oh, the one that's in jail now?
She's out
now.
She's out.
She was like 15 years, right?
She married the dude from Pretty Ricky. They got married.
Who the fuck is Pretty Ricky?
The singing group
back in the day. I don't know.
I want to know who she married. I'm about to Google this.
So you can't even tell me one of their songs, so I definitely not gonna know who they are.
I can't fuck with it.
I just know
anyway,
it's a group.
That's all I had though.
What? You know, here now you can't have titties in your face.
Oh yeah.
You can't have titties in your face.
Well, it was either that or shut down the swingers club, man. Can't have that. So.
Nah, I can't
shut down the swingers club.
Yeah, they was gonna shut down the swingers club.
They wanted to shut down the lifestyle club.
Yeah.
Why?
Because people got to stick up their ass and want to get involved in other people's shit. They mad because their wife ain't giving them none, and these people got 3 chicks on them, riding them at the same time, and he can't get one.
Wow, Rock, you seem to be taking this really personal.
Yeah, you took that hit close to home or something.
You took that shit really personal,
man,
bro.
Don't take my titties.
Okay.
It's bullshit. People always want to get in other people's business, man. That's another thing that's wrong with this world.
I just think
fuck out my bedroom.
It's not really a strip club if you still in there dancing in a swimsuit. That's it. That's all.
You still strip.
You still, I mean,
you just dancing. It's a dance club with swimming suits. That's what it is. A dance club with swimming suits.
What you doing in there anyway?
Looking.
All right. Comparing.
I've had a dance or two.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm just saying.
And yet you still ain't had no fish tacos.
Yeah, you know.
Candy ass. All right, you ready for the topic, man?
Sure.
I like that new mic stand you got, by the way. Look just like the one I got. Exactly like the one I got. Looks good, man. Today's topic, we're talking about what are your expectations in dating? What do you expect from the other person that you're involved with, just getting to know, just starting to fuck around with, whatever the case may be? What do you really expect from them, and what should they expect out of you? Is anything really unreasonable? And is it only unreasonable because of the time frame?
What do you mean unreasonable?
Like I've heard some women say, I expect undivided attention and loyalty. It's like,
oh, like right away?
Yeah, but if I just met you 2 weeks ago, you're not gonna get all my attention.
I think that when you first start dating someone, the best thing that you can have is an understanding for things, because what works for you might not work for me. So as long as I know what we're doing and how we're doing this, I can't say, well, you were wrong when you should not have done this when you did it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not buying your kids school clothes.
I don't know.
What?
I'm just saying, I'm not buying your kids. It's not my job.
All right.
It's got fucking for school.
So you're not daddy.
Fuck no, I'm not your daddy.
Okay, what about Zaddy?
Who the fuck is Zaddy?
What the fuck is that?
You some shit that y'all just made up?
Ratchet shit.
I don't do ratchet shit, so I mean, I don't know what that is or do that.
Shit with your ratchet friends.
I don't do hood rat shit with my friends. Sorry, I left that shit a long time ago.
I just want to do hood rat shit.
When I was dating, I had a few, like 3 major things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hide the gun from me.
Listen, so that was a one-time occasion. But we're not talking about that, no.
I'm not a hide the gun shit. You going to jail.
Oh, shit, well, yeah. No,
you're out.
There you go.
You're going to jail.
Number one of all, how you around my family. That's number one for me. If you come to my family cookout and I can see your nipples or something and you cussing around granny, bitch, you done lost your motherfucking raggedy ass mind.
First, why would you be dating a girl that didn't know better than that anyway?
I'm just saying, like, you know, we just started to date. I met her. She ain't on regular shit. It's hot out now. It's summertime. We going to the barbecue.
So you dating bitches without mirrors?
No, I'm just saying.
I don't fool with you. I don't take people from me.
Because I may tolerate nipples if.
I'm just not around my family. My family got to like you.
Yeah.
Point blank.
I got you.
My family got to like you. If they ain't fucking with you, you out off the rip. You know what I'm saying? Second, you gotta be free. I just gotta let you know you gonna have to do some freaky shit in this bedroom. If you ain't down with that, you might wanna find something a little square, motherfucker. That's pretty much it.
You said 3. That was only...
I did say 3.
Oh, that was 3. You said your family gotta like you. You gotta be a freak, and
no, there's one more.
That's only 2.
Oh, you gotta you can't. We gotta be compatible as far as financial situations. You can't be. I'm working and you standing doing that shit all day.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you got to be putting some work in, going to school or something.
Okay. What about you, Brad? Because you seem pretty rigid.
About what? Why'd you say it like that?
Wow, that was.
I have a right to be rigid. Because I didn't fuck my life up with somebody else.
See.
I have a right to be. I have a right to. No, I have a right to be as picky as I want to be, and I hate when people. Not, I'm saying you. I'm saying like I hate when people assume that you're supposed to do certain things, because you're single and at a certain age. Mm-hmm. You know, I feel like okay, if I did the right things, you know, to try to set my life up, then that I don't think I should do what I now feel is wrong to placate other people's belief systems. Like as far as like I'm not against single moms, but I'm not looking for one.
Right.
I get what you're saying completely because I have a low tolerance for bullshit.
Yeah, I do too. I don't have time for that.
A lot of people can do, I don't do because for one, I have 2 kids. For 2, I take care of my kids by myself. I have a good job, so that means what a lot of people have to accept because they need somebody to help them with things. I don't need that. You know, like when I said like I just want a team member. Like let's work together and let's get this dream cracking. I don't need you to take care of me per se because I'm strong enough that I can take care of myself.
Right.
But that's also part of my problem too. A lot of men don't like a strong woman.
I mean, that's relative. What you define as a strong woman. Mm-hmm. You know, like I consider my mom a strong woman, but do I think we would have been better off without my dad? Fuck no.
Right.
Fuck no. Right. You think my mom could have handled all this by herself? I don't think so.
You know,
I know she couldn't have because she could barely handle it when my dad was at work. You know what I'm saying? Like, and she knew he was coming back. You know what I'm saying?
My mother is like a superwoman, super bitch. Like, and when I say bitch, I mean that is who she is. Like when you know her, you get her straight, no chaser. You met her.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that's part of who I am because, you know, I will not ever have a man that's you don't sit down at my table to eat and you ain't put nothing, bring nothing to cook. Like I'm gonna cook the food. I'm gonna do what I have to do to make this thing work. But you're not gonna sit here and you can't add to. Because if you're not adding to my situation, you're taking away. See what I mean?
That's
well, I mean, I say what I say not to offend or hurt people. I say what I say because there are certain things that I'm just not going to deal with. I hear so many horror stories from friends and all this other stuff. They have blended families, and there's always that, oh, he's not my dad, so I don't have to listen to him. Listen, if you live in my house and I pay the bills in here,
that's not your issue. That's the mom's issue. Because
that's my issue. Because I'm the one that's got to deal with that shit.
Again, that goes to what you teach your kids.
Listen to me.
My kids are not gonna disrespect nobody like that because if I'm telling you to treat my kids right,
you're projecting. That's your kids. I'm talking about a great number of people out here who are friends of mine, personal friends. Right. Who tell me the stories about what they have to deal with when, like some are married, some are dating, and the shit that they got to deal with when it comes time to talk to, they the man of the house and they got to talk to kids that they didn't father. Right. And when that time comes, it's even the moms who is just like, well, you can't talk to him like that. Bullshit, I can't talk to him like that. If I'm providing for this motherfucker, it's not even about doing what I'm saying. I've lived my life. I've done shit. I know what's out there for you. So you can, like my mama always say, and I probably said it on this show before, a hard head gonna carry a sore ass every fucking time. So if you don't want to listen to that, fine. Then that means my valuable resources, which I work 40, 50, 60 hours a week to provide for this family, you don't get any. So you can go fend for yourself and see how difficult it is out there.
It's not even, you don't even respect it. What the little wine said,
whatever.
Stuck in a check.
But as far as like my expectations for dating is, I just don't bring me no bullshit because I don't have the tolerance nor the time to deal with it. If you want to fuck with me, that's cool. But don't try to fuck with me and then try to fuck with Dave around the corner. You know what I'm saying? Don't fuck with me.
So
what?
So when you say don't fuck with Dave around the corner, you not fuck with Trina up the street either.
Obviously not. Why would I say that and then just be like,
there's no double standard.
There's no double standard here.
Because a lot of people
I don't have time to fuck with Trina around the corner.
You just said I'm working 60 hours a week.
You know what I'm saying? I don't have time for that.
Come home and take care of you and your kids, and
I gotta go to my job. I gotta go to my job, and then when I'm not at my job, I'm out putting feelers out, trying to find different casting and marketing directors, so I can find more work, so I can generate more income, because that's, you know, I do voiceover. That's what I do. So I got to do that shit. That's when I'm not at my job. Plus 40. You know what I'm saying? And then this, you know, setting up for this. You know, I got this to do. You know what I'm saying? This is not something like when we get ready to do this. This is a preparation that starts the day before. Yeah. Like I got to get this in line, this in line, that in line. I can't just come here, push a button, and then hey everybody, it's the Shake Up guys. Blah blah blah. No, I got to do shit yesterday. I got to do shit today. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't have time for that. I don't have time to fuck with Trina down the street. I'd love to. I would love to just have a harem. Not a harem. I'm just saying I like to have a bank account full of money. I like to have a bank account full of money, and I could just sit around all day and talk shit. That'd be awesome, but that's not how life works. It was not how my life works. Anyway, but as far as what I expect, I expect, this is what I expect, and it's a lot harder to do than what, you know, me verbalizing it. I expect you to show me the same basic respect that I'm going to show you. The problem is, in today's society, is showing someone respect often translates to you being a doormat. So before they realize that oh wow, he was just being 100 with me, it's already too late. Then it already fucked it up.
Now I'm gone.
Now I'm out. And then however I treat you after you've shown me, not told me, but show me, because what people say, that don't mean shit. That don't mean a fucking thing. It's what you show me. Show me who you are. And once I see that, and then, okay, I see that this person is valid as respect, then they got my full respect, and whatever I can do to help them with life, then they whatever I can do, I'll do it. Whatever.
So do you let people know up front what it is?
Mm-hmm. Everybody takes it for granted though, because they think they're going to be the exception to the rule. They think that the rules don't apply to them. There's literally girls in my past now that's like, damn, I wish I just would have listened to what he said and just went with it, as opposed to,
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you probably had people in your life like that.
I think the last guy I was serious with, like, when I say I gave him the Bible to me, like I told you, okay, I'm like this, I'm like that. Mm-hmm. And the biggest thing that I told him was, please understand, when I'm done, I'm done.
Yeah, exactly.
I would cut off my nose to spite my face. Yeah. Like, don't do me wrong, because I don't come back from that.
Right. I'll even tell you that in my own life, there have been times I've dealt with, you know, females where they have done something that I'm like, man, you lousy motherfucker. And they think that just because I still have conversations with them, or I'll still F them, that means I still fuck with them like I used to. No, that's not how it works. I can still fuck you and not want to be with you, because I'm a man. So you have to decide how you're going to conduct yourself, and that's going to decide how I treat you. If you conduct yourself as a quote unquote queen, then I will treat you like one. But if you pretend to be a queen, but then you conduct yourself like a pauper, then I'm gonna treat you like the pauper. And when you come to ask me the questions of why the situation has changed, I'm going to tell you. And if you can't accept that, then get the fuck away from me.
Well, I mean, I get what you're saying too, because I know that there have been times when I know that the situation's not going any further, but you know what, I might have an itch I need to scratch, so let me go see. And it is not about me being any less than a queen. It's me knowing I don't want a single thing from you, because you can't give me what I need. But what you can do is this, that, and the other.
Beat these walls up at that point. That's all you're good for.
But at least you're upfront about it, though.
You've got to understand.
But you don't strike me as the type of person that's going to bullshit around with somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to tell somebody, oh, I love you, and as soon as they leave, you know, you
fuck Tyrone.
Right. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. If you don't want to be with me all the way, then don't. but don't expect me to give you more than what you're willing to give me.
So you understand at this point, in this day and age, I say this and people look at me like I'm crazy, but blended families ain't the best idea.
I don't think so.
They're not and here's what I mean by that. You try to date somebody. Let's say you try to date Aaron, okay? Mm-hmm. You have no kids. Mm-hmm. And you got 2. Right?
Right.
Okay. If you were to go to Aaron's house, you no longer are just dating Aaron.
Mm-hmm. I know that.
You understand that now you got to get to know Aaron. Then you got to, at some point in time, within a month, 2 months, somewhere along the lines, y'all hit it off. Now you got to get to know Aaron's kids. Mm-hmm. So that's 2 more personalities. Mm-hmm. And somewhere along the lines, the baby daddy or baby daddies are going to get introduced into the mix. There's going to be a conversation somewhere, whether it's a phone call, a meeting, or a birthday party for the kid, a graduation, or just a pickup and a drop off. Somewhere along the line, there's going to be a conversation. So really, when you got blended families like that, you're not dating, I'm dating you, you're dating me. You're dating her, you're dating her kid, her other kid, her baby daddy, her other baby daddy. So you went from trying to get to know one person to now you got to get to know potentially five people.
I don't know because
yeah. I mean, that's at the end of the day, if your kids don't like a guy, fuck that guy, right?
I get that.
Exactly. Yeah. Before you even started, I was like, I'll shut that down real quick. If the kids don't like them, sorry, you gotta go.
Yeah. Right. I mean, hey, that's how it goes, and that's.
But I mean, if my kids don't like you, I wouldn't have dealt with you anyway because there has to be something there.
You don't introduce everybody to your kids right away,
right? But like I said, it's harder for me here than it will be at home because. No,
there we go.
No, listen, no, because
it's such a great dating pool.
I'm not even saying that.
I've been to your city.
No, listen to what I'm saying. No, that's not the point that I'm making. Here, I don't have all the family that I would have back home, so I can't send my kids off like I normally would, and I keep my kids away from people. But here, because I really only have my brother, if we're kind of spending time, if I'm spending time with you like that, I'm spending a lot of time away from my kids. So I kind of got to handle things a little bit differently. So I can't really do all that with you if there's not really something there. Do you see what I'm saying?
Not really, because you're going to spend the same amount of time from whether you're here at home. Because at home, you're shipping them off to a family member's house. Here, you got a built-in babysitter, so really you spending time at his house. So you. But I still don't.
I don't want to do that because I don't want to put my brother. Like I can go send them over to their aunt's house on my.
So you don't put all the burden on your brother at all the time.
Right, okay. and that's the thing.
Okay, I understand that one. So you want.
I'm not gonna just be spending the night at your house all the time and then Pete watching them. At that point, they're my brother kids.
Yeah.
And I'm not that kind of parent.
All right.
Understandable.
All right, moving to the next one. I got a theory. I say when you go into a relationship, just starting out, respect is more important than honesty. Everybody says I want to be respected and I want somebody to be respectful and honest with me. To me, the respect is more important than the honesty.
You don't think they go hand in hand?
No.
I understand what he's saying.
No,
I understand what he's getting at.
I think if you're not being honest with me, you don't respect me.
Not necessarily. I can still treat you with respect and lie to your fucking face.
Mm-hmm. That's like saying, like for instance, I think a perfect example would be, I went to my homeboy's house to play video games, but I really went with my homeboy to the strip club. But I didn't tell you I went to the strip club because it's not like I left with a bitch or did anything. But I'm just not trying to have that argument.
Because I know you're insecure and I don't want to.
Right. I'm not trying to have that argument. Now, nothing happened. Yeah. But I also lied to you.
Am I the coolest ever girlfriend?
No, I've heard chicks who literally.
I don't think you respect somebody when you lie to them.
Not true.
That's not true.
Sometimes you respect somebody enough to lie to them.
Why do you have to lie to me about going to the strip club? That's what you got.
That's just an example. That's just an example.
Because that's an example.
I can show you a girl right now. I know. I feel.
Yeah, that was maybe that's a bad example for you, but it was just an example of
I can show you a girl.
What he
literally,
meant.
she has broken up with dudes because they went to strip club. She'll tell them, "What you need to go to strip club for?" I put on a thong. I'll dance for you, bitch. I don't want to see you. I've seen you. I know what the fuck you look like. Let me go look at somebody else. But that was her insecurity. She felt like if you go look at another woman, that means you don't love her and you want to be with other bitches. So she'll break up with you. she's single today, but that's crazy.
I had a conversation with a young girl at work the other day, and she was telling me about sometimes this, and that's why I said I think honesty and respect go hand in hand. She was telling me something about a boyfriend, and he had told her that it was a friend of his that he might have had feelings for, and to keep coming back on. I sort of said, no, you can't. You can't hang out with a friend that you have feelings for. Like, those are things that just can't happen. Mm-mm. And you going to birthday parties, and if it ain't happened yet, it's gonna happen. Yeah, and you playing it like, oh, I would never. Yes, you will.
Yeah.
So it's the thing about being truthful about things.
That goes with respect, though.
And that's what I'm saying. They all run into each other.
Respect. Here's what I mean when I say respect.
What, you trying to say about hurting someone's feelings or something?
No, well, in a sense, but not really. What I mean by respect is that respect him enough to be like, fuck it, I'm going home. Because it's late, and even though ain't nothing happening out here, it may only be 2 a.m., the club don't close for another hour. But because she respects you enough, she's like, I want to go home just because I don't want him to even get an impression that I was doing something wrong. I respect him enough to be like, I won't lie about... Or not lie, but
that's another bad example, because you should respect me enough to know if you don't even trust me, then that's the problem, because you're asking me to trust you, but you can't trust me. We've been out together and you don't see me do much of anything.
True.
I don't make any noise.
Respect will deter bad behavior is what I'm getting at. Respect will stop you from being like, your girlfriends pick you up and say, hey, we're going to this party. You know what? I can't do that just because it's not a good look.
I think his example applies. I think his example applies to really insecure people.
Right. Because the thing is, you teach me. This is the main thing I always tell people. You teach people how to treat you. You teach people what you do and don't expect, what you will and you won't accept. So for me,
I got a lot of bad students.
For me, what I'm saying is, I'm gonna go off of how you act. If you've done nothing to make me distrust you, I'm not gonna distrust you. I don't pick up phones. I don't go through mail. I've done that before. Hurt my own feelings, and it was really about nothing. So I don't do those things. 9 times out of 10, if you have a feeling that somebody's doing something, 9 times out of 10 they are. So why go looking for something that's gonna happen anyway? If a person is not doing you right, you're gonna find out.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a greedy nigga. I want all respect, loyalty, all that shit. Give it to me.
That will come.
I think loyalty comes with respect.
It comes.
Somebody respect you, they gonna be loyal to you.
Yeah, but somebody can love you and still fuck around on you. That's what I'm saying. That respect deters them from being like,
they love you or they're in love with you.
See, now we're splitting hairs, and I'm not going that deep.
I'm gonna say,
right?
Because somebody who respects you will be like, I would never do anything to hurt you out of respect.
Right, I get that.
A woman can say that. A woman will love you and still be like, I love this man, but I still gotta go get this dick over here.
I think in those cases though, the love is attached mainly to the lifestyle dude provides. In most cases, because if he was just broke, no, I'm just saying, because if he was broke as fuck, she just would have left. I'm just not like, I'm talking about destitute broke. I don't mean just like he works a 9-to-5 job. I just mean like, anyway.
It kind of ties in back to what she was saying. Like, I'll teach you how to treat me.
Mm-hmm.
But Patrice O'Neal used to always say, she's my girlfriend because I made her my girlfriend. She was somebody else's girlfriend before. Something he may have liked, I don't like.
That I get. Like, I've dated chicks where, their past boyfriend, like the fucking Tennessee Titans or whatever. And then I didn't mean to pick your team, bro. Yeah, I forgot that was your team. Goddamn. But then,
some shit on my Titans, huh? Well, fuck you.
But then she come over and now she,
it's bear nation.
Bear down. So I was speaking on, we'll see my Bears beat your Colts in preseason next week.
Okay.
No,
just letting you know. I'll take pictures.
But I understand what she's saying though, because you do. If I tell you something I don't like, and a lot of women have a habit of doing this, they do stuff just to be an irritant. If I tell you I don't like that, and you keep doing it, you don't see anything wrong with it. It's a minor thing, but you see it as it's minor. I just do it to fuck with you. Like I had one girl, I'm not going into the details, but I told her I don't like that. That shit's gross to me. I don't even talk to me about that shit because it's disgusting to me.
Yeah.
She would just, you don't like, I'm gonna, and I hung up. I never talked to her again.
It kind of irritates me, but I respect my wife because she has something when someone's chewing something, like it drives her crazy if she can hear it. Like she literally gets angry.
You mean like if they chew with their mouth open?
Mouth open and like real loud or whatever. Sometimes it just sound. And so sometimes I'm like, I'm chewing as quiet as I fucking can. You know what I mean? But sometimes I want to be like,
you know what? That irritates. You know that annoys me.
But I respect her.
That annoys the shit out of me.
She like takes it to a whole.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying.
Fuck were you
but I respect her enough to where I don't.
You don't do it because you know it's an irritant to her.
But I think the biggest part of that is when you when you first meet a person, because I kind of within the first few minutes I can tell like, okay, so what am I going to do with this situation? Like, is it just going to be a physical situation or are we really going to carry it further? You know, you can kind of know what it is from the first, at least even maybe in the first conversation, but the first couple. Mm-hmm. And that's the biggest thing. And because once you know, okay, you know what, I think I want to do something a little different, because sometimes it's not even that. You get to a certain age and just having a physical relationship with somebody, it gets old, you know, because you want somebody that you can come home to, you know, you spend, just somebody you can laugh with and cook for, you know what I'm saying? And it means more to you than him doing that with so-and-so and so-and-so, or, you know, those kind of things are perfect for me. Okay. So that's why I said when you first meet somebody, I've gotten to the point where I kind of let you know me in the beginning. Yeah. So I can't blame you after we've been talking for a few months and you've done this, or if you've done that and I've told you this is not gonna work for me, I don't do that. Like, listen, I told you, you know, this ain't gonna work because you knew.
Okay. Well, that's honest. If you tell them up front, a lot of people have a tendency to shrug that shit off, though. A lot of people will just be like,
yeah, people ignore shit.
Talk about shit.
And they just go and do what they want.
They ignore the signs. They ignore those red flags we've talked about a couple of times, and they just move forward. And it's like, I told you, I don't like that shit.
Right.
And that kind of ties into one of my things. One of my biggest pet peeves is don't expect me to ignore your bullshit. Yeah. Just because you're good in bed. Just because you red hot in bed don't mean I ignore your red flags.
Because you look good.
Basically, can you read, baby? It's just because your dumb ass can't read, so now I got, how many alarms do you set? I gotta ignore your red flags. I gotta ignore that you dumb because you look good or you know how to make them cheeks clap. Nah. I gotta ignore that. I guess that ties in with just have something else to offer other than sex.
Right.
That's one of my biggest expectations. Yeah. What else do you bring to the table? Are you a burden bitch? Are you a helpmate or a burden?
Yeah.
Right, because if you're not helping the situation, you hurting.
Yeah. You make $7.25 an hour. Are you really good to me?
I mean,
you can be.
You can
if it's just you. If you make $7.25 an hour, but you got 5 kids.
Oh, that's the difference. I mean, I get what you're saying on that one. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
That's rough.
That's rough. Big difference.
That's tough.
I may not need you to do anything. I may not need you to cover to run the gambit, the spectrum. If you only got this X amount to play with,
right?
You fucked.
I get that 100%, bro.
Does that make sense?
No, it makes plenty of sense. Okay. Makes plenty of sense. I don't know, man. It's just for me. I'm big on just be honest.
Just be honest.
Just be honest with me.
Let's be honest.
Let's be honest. That helps too.
That helps. Yeah. I mean, there's certain things, like I said, I want to avoid. There's pitfalls I want to stay out of. What's the one?
I mean, I know it's your biggest pet peeve, but like, what's the one thing? Like, let's say you meet somebody, they come holler at you, and straight off the bat, like you like, hell nah.
Don't be ratchet.
Yes.
Don't be ratchet.
Yes.
Yeah. Loud as fuck.
You know my main thing is
don't be loud. Don't be ratchet.
Don't have no fucked up ass teeth.
That's your biggest pet peeve?
That's your biggest thing?
That's the biggest pet peeve for you, for real?
Niggas can get braces nowadays.
Yeah, have braces then.
Invisalign.
Have those. But when you come to me talking to me, you got teeth missing and it's just your teeth, like I had to, when the person comes up to me and tries to talk to me, it's like, I'm way out of your league. Like, why did you try that?
Right. Yeah, that is real. Where you just they shoot their shot for no reason. The other thing is, I call it the Sierras and the Amber Roses. That if you've been passed around,
slut walk.
You slut walked it out. You didn't use 50 Cent side piece. If you didn't did all this, that, and the other, and everybody know, what do you really want me to take you seriously? I mean, I can. Depending upon your personality. But do you really expect me to take you seriously? You know? Plus you bring evidence of your sluttish ways, which is in the form of... Hold on, you bring STDs and 4 kids by 5 different niggas?
Well, STDs is...
not life-threatening, just to kind of clear it with a pill or something. I'm just saying, if you're known out here, if you're a Sierra Amber Rose type,
so you tell me Amber Rose walk up to you?
She can get smashed out. Can she get kept? Would I keep her? Would you keep her? No.
I mean, I guess.
I don't know, bro.
I don't know.
Highly unlikely.
I don't know.
Highly unlikely.
Well, I think what it really boils down to is, what do you expect, and what... I don't have a lot of expectations from people, because when you do, they just oftentimes let you down,
I don't know. I think the biggest
not
thing
in all
when it comes
cases,
to dating is you kind of have to find somebody that's going to be in your same realm. Like, I know it's an old saying, like, if you're an atheist, metalhead, believe in Satan and rock out, it's gonna be kind of hard for you to date.
Fuck with a Mormon chick.
And this and that. So that's another part. You gotta have a connection, something that you both can, enjoy life together with.
Cocaine.
Bobby and Whitney. Yeah, Bobby and Whitney, rest in peace, Whitney. But yeah, they enjoyed the shit out of each other. They rocked it together. That's something they came together and cooked it up together. That's just what it was.
I talked to a friend of mine. She gave the best answer, I think, that kind of ties it all together. When I asked, what are your expectations in dating? And she said, honestly, the best thing is to get back what you put in. Get back from the person what you put into them. I was like, that is a great answer. She's like, just reciprocate. Whatever I do for you, just return the favor. And pay attention to the little things. I was like, that's a great answer.
Yeah.
So
that's something I gotta work on.
Something you gotta work on?
Yeah.
You a selfish motherfucker, huh? But see, here, you know what? I'm not selfish, and I'm not married. You are, and you are married. So I guess maybe I'm the one that's doing it wrong.
I don't know. I'm hard-headed. I'm, like I said, and I've told her this. We talked about this straight up when we first started dating. I don't do dishes. I don't vacuum.
Whoa.
I don't do laundry. I don't do none of that shit. So I'm not going to. I work. I provide.
Let me say, I provide and lay pipe.
Keep that strap.
So what does she do? She does all those things and works too?
Yep. Sure
she don't work?
Yeah, she works.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm maybe.
It sounds like a lot, but it's not, because you gotta think about it. You don't do dishes every day. Most time you got a dishwasher, you throw that shit.
Yeah, we
in.
got a dishwasher.
Okay, you don't.
Had a boy do it.
You ain't doing laundry every day. You do laundry once a week, twice at the most.
Yeah.
Okay, that same thing. Grass need to be cut. She ain't jumping out there and cutting grass. Okay, hedges need to be trimmed. She ain't doing that shit. The gutters clogged. They need to be cleaned. Car need to be washed. She ain't doing that shit. So it sounds like a lot, but really it's a once a week thing,
right.
And he's reciprocating and doing a once a week thing.
Right. So that's why I asked, what does he do?
Somebody to do my shit.
Oh.
God, I hate you.
He was trying to help.
What you talking about? What you mean? Like,
he was trying to help you, but you just...
You got a long guy?
Yeah, I got a long guy.
Man, just stop talking sometimes, motherfucker. I'm talking about on average, not this nigga. What the fuck do you do, nigga? Damn.
He said nothing.
He just told you he was selfish. I was just going to leave it at that.
I asked him what he did, and he said nothing. He worked.
He said he was selfish, and I was willing to leave it there.
Everything else.
I said it.
Well, she
said I need to work on it.
Okay, well that's
you don't have no intention. Don't tell that lie.
He gonna work on it.
No, you hear what he said? He said, man,
he's gonna leave, and he's gonna continue being the tyrant he's always been.
Nigga, what did you do when you lived alone?
Nothing.
Yeah, I had to do shit, man. Yeah,
you probably wouldn't even have to do anything.
Yeah, I had to do it then.
Nigga.
Motherfucker said I don't do dishes.
I don't do shit.
I don't do shit.
Y'all didn't catch where I was going with that. Okay.
I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. It was gonna work for a second.
I don't need to lie.
The nigga said very simply, I make money.
I don't do shit. When I go,
she
don't make what he make though.
She make good money, bro. Trust me.
Nigga,
I'm all out of Kool-Aid, bitch.
When I'm talking,
and bring me some more watermelon in my hypodermic needle while you're at it.
He thought that motherfucker right back.
Right,
I don't want it.
Right. Damn, you killing me.
Damn.
Hey.
I'm at least willing to have a partnership. Like, this motherfucker said, fuck that.
He's a dictator.
That's not a dictator. It's just that nigga
Heavy on the dick.
I'm not a dictator.
He laying wood, though. And bringing home money. So, gotta go.
Gotta go lay some pipe.
Wow, yeah.
www.nationalpipefitters.com.
Pipe fitters. That's all I got, man. I'm really... I just believe, honestly, you get back what you put in, unless... Don't be selfish. Don't be insecure.
Don't be me.
I feel like every relationship
Yeah.
is a teamwork thing. And I look at my relationships as far as a man and a woman, I handle them in the same way I handle relationships with my kids, my family, and my friends. We got to work together to make this thing work. So you can't keep taking and not want to give, and I don't want to do the same. So that's why I like to have a clear, open dialogue, like what's going on, how we're going to do this. You let me know if that works for you, because what I am may not work for everybody, and I'd rather not waste my time.
All right, Rod, what you got?
Final thought. And then we got to do a ratchet. So I can go.
I don't know. I mean, for me, you got to find someone that's compatible.
No, what do you expect? Well, I mean, you're married, so you probably ain't expecting.
He got what he expects.
You expecting the dishes to get done.
She washed the clothes. She cooked.
I'm not.
And she go to work.
And just like they call it. People think I'm you got to be in the kitchen barefoot and pregnant. No, I mean she do what she do. You know what I mean? But yeah, those are the things I expect.
What about you, Jay? What you expect, man? What's your expectations?
Talk less. Fuck more.
I knew he was gonna say that.
And bring a friend.
Hey.
All right, so
I don't
know.
Says a man who wants kids and wants to be married.
Hey, kids.
Okay.
And marriage is optional.
Okay.
We can go to final.
Wait.
Oh, you got one? I'm sorry. I forgot about you, cuz. I'm sorry.
How you gonna forget about me?
Not the moderator. With the good voice.
Damn. No, I was gonna say I expect, and this is, I know I'm living in fantasy land, but I expect to be treated just as well as I treat others. That's it. That's it.
That's what I said. What you said.
That's it. So now that we've gotten past our expectations, which probably ain't gonna happen except in Rock's case, he seems to be the only one winning over here.
Work over here. Light skin privilege.
Fuck you, bitch.
So now it's time for you ratchet.
You might be ratchet.
You might be ratchet if you call and you text and play on people's phone from a Google number.
God.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, you're definitely ratchet.
It's tech savvy.
Yeah.
Tech savvy or tech stupid?
Tech savvy and ratchet. You can be both. You can be both.
All the both. Go ahead, man.
You might be ratchet if you spent your baby's Pampers money on commissary for that new nigga.
Damn.
Is it deeper than ratchet? Because that's deep.
That's ratchet and scandalous.
You ain't shit.
You just ain't shit.
You not ratchet.
Yeah,
you ain't shit.
That's
just
messed
ain't
up.
Shit, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Ratchet queen.
Wow. You might be ratchet if you fuck for school supplies and uniforms.
Yeah.
Desperate and ratchet. Okay, so desperate and ratchet, tech savvy and ratchet, and just what? Plain old debauchery.
I know where you might be ratchet if you give her that money knowing she only fucking you for them school supplies. Like, here, I'll fuck for some fucking. Yeah, because you know she ain't shit.
You know she ain't shit. That don't make him ratchet. That makes him an opportunist. That does not make him ratchet. That makes him an opportunist.
Who you been fucking for school supplies?
Nobody.
You done bought some school supplies.
Not even once. No. I'm stingy as fuck with money.
I doubt that.
I'm stingy as fuck.
I said at the beginning I ain't buying school supplies. I said at the beginning, so I'm clear.
I didn't make them motherfuckers
need school supplies, so y'all just not gonna help her out.
Dumb ain't my kids.
Who is this magical chick that needs my money all of a sudden?
He the one said it. I'm just saying.
It's a joke. I'm talking about in a joking fashion. I didn't make them kids. Fuck them kids. They school supplies. You and they teacher. They not my responsibility.
But if you get with somebody who has kids, then that kind of becomes your responsibility in a way.
Once you get married, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's kind of how it works, I guess.
Not saying that like I wasn't fucking married. Like I already know this shit.
Well, I wasn't talking to you. Damn, I thought we was having a conversation, motherfucker.
You got fucking mad, twisted around because you don't do shit. Go home and sit on the couch, nigga.
I'm about to, nigga. I'm gonna text you, put this pizza in the oven.
Because you don't cook either.
I'm done. That nigga don't do shit. You at least be like, well, I'm a world-renowned chef. I'm a pretty good cook at home. This nigga's like, I don't do shit.
Oh, man.
Come home, get my beer. Everybody, you don't drink no more.
Fuck it.
Like, just sit down and do nothing.
Oh, man. The truth is, in closing, man, I really don't know what to expect. I'd have no expectations. I'm going to continue to be me. And if I meet somebody I like and I'm dating them, I'm going to treat them well. If they show me that they ain't worth me treating them well, then I'm not going to treat them well.
There it is.
There it is.
Right.
And we are the Shake Up Guys saying goodbye. Say goodbye, everybody.
Deuce, nigga.
I am Birdie, superstar.
All right. And we will see you guys on the next go around. Thank you for watching. And if you are seeing this, share with your friends. And please come into the chat room and have a conversation. And if you have any ideas as far as topics we'd like to discuss with us, or send an email to theshakeupguys@gmail.com. I check it every day, but I've never told anybody about it, so that's why there's nothing in there. Anyway, please share with your friends, like and subscribe, and we will see y'all on the next go around.